All right, welcome back. If you were here yesterday, then you know what happened. If not, I'll catch you up really quickly. But it's a little busier at my house right now than it was yesterday when I streamed. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, there won't be much lag because I'm right next to our Wi-Fi signal. But who knows? All right, glad you're all here. I don't know that we really need Andrew. He didn't give us the best advice yesterday, but I'd love for him to be here. All right, so just so you know whether you were here yesterday or not, we went in a hut, we went down a tunnel, we ended up in a cave-like room, and there's dozens of rats. Dozens of rats. So our options were to try and stare them down or to blast them with our laser blaster. So those are our choices: stare at the rats or blast them. I feel like maybe it might be lagging because my husband's also on the internet doing work things. All right, so Carson says stare. We're going to stare down these rats or are we going to blast them? Drew also says stare. Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte says stare. Oh, good. No lag. Thanks, Carter. All right, sounds like we want to stare them down. If that ends up being the wrong choice, then we'll flip back and try again. Because remember, y'all died like pretty fast yesterday. So it's just the nature of the book. All right, we're going to stare down the rats. I can't wait to see what happens when we just make faces at rats and hope that it works. Hey, you got 50 points. If we were in class playing, you'd get 50 points. All right, you stare at the rats and boldly move forward. You do not want to risk using the blaster in this ancient tunnel. Maybe it would have made the tunnel collapse. Yay! The tunnel might collapse from the sound waves. You hold the solar candle down lower to the ground and take another step forward. The rats take a step back, their black eyes staring into yours. So they're pretty easily intimidated, these rats. The rats turn and scamper off in the opposite direction. You have stared them down. You decide to rest for a while and then continue your journey. You travel for several days through the dark tunnel. Like, I don't know how you stay alive. Like, no water, food, whatever. Yes, there's a cat and a child. There's a child back there too. Oh, there he is. All right. Sorry. You encounter no other creatures. You wonder if you have chosen the right tunnel. You know you have no choice but to keep following it. So we're going to keep following the tunnel. I'm waiting for the cat to jump on my shoulder and scratch me because that's what he does. Ooh, turns out we should not have stared down the rats. You walk for several more days. Your solar candle is beginning to dim and your food pellet supply is growing low. And when you think you cannot take another step in this gloomy, endless tunnel, you see light up ahead. It's daylight. You run toward it, crying out in happiness. But your cry is cut short by a Harkian tunnel dragon. What? Those dragons who always hang around at the entrance and exits to tunnels. You run out into the daylight. The tunnel dragon reaches down its mammoth head and swallows you whole. Sorry. We definitely should have shot the rats. So let's go back. Let's go back to that choice. I do think you're going to finish today. I think we'll finish this book today. And then there's another one we can read. We can read next week. But let's blast these rats with our laser blaster. Hey, Whitney, welcome back. All right, so if we choose to blast them instead, I assume, we took a wrong turn a while back, because if you blast them, you raise a laser blaster to fire, the rats squeal in pain, but their cries are drowned out by the roar of the tunnel collapsing. The ancient tunnel could not withstand the sound of your laser blast. Your long journey ends here among the squeal of rats and rumbling of falling stone. Yes, he's playing Minecraft. So, I think we took the wrong tunnel. When we first got our choices of left, middle, right. Do you remember which one we took? Hey, Neely. We took the middle tunnel before. And we need to go left or right. Neely says left. Oh, just kidding. Then she said middle. We didn't. Yes. Oh, you were answering me which one we took before. That's right. We took middle before. So, of course, we died with rats. Well, Yep. I was going to make a plague joke, but considering our current circumstances, probably not a good idea. All right, I see one vote left from Neely, one vote right from Carson. So we need a tiebreaker. Right or left? I would love to give you a hint, but I have no idea. I have no idea which one's right. Huh? 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 Carter says left. Drew says right. Charlotte says left. Woody says, all right, left. Left is going to get it. So maybe there will be no rats this way. Don't be distracted by that back there. I don't even know what's going on there. All right, left tunnel. Angrily, you shove the map into your supply pack and step into the tunnel on the left. Why couldn't the map have had these tunnels on it, you ask yourself. The tunnel curves to the left and then seems to go in a straight line forever. You walk for hours, your solar candle the only light. You rest, then walk some more. You think of turning back, but it's too late for that. Your compass, man, you got all kinds of stuff in your supply pack. Your compass tells you that you are walking south. You walk for days. You lose all track of time. Then, when you've given up hope of ever seeing daylight, the tunnel ends. I'm worried. No, this isn't right. You step out into the hot, bright light of the three Harkian suns. You do not realize it, but the tunnel has led you many miles south of the village into the forbidden marshlands. That's the maze. I ain't going back in there. So we're going to flip back to our tunnel choices. The only one left is right. Get it? So, yeah, oh no is right. So we're going to take the right tunnel. We're so close. Like if we get to a giant snake, we're just about there. So tunnel on the right. Never thought I'd say this, but let's hope we're going where the giant snake is. You shove the useless map back into your supply pack and step into the tunnel on the right. That's a good question, Whitney. If you haven't seen the tunnel light, how has your solar candle been working? I don't know. Yes, Carson, you were right. Right tunnel. Finding the correct tunnel is just a matter of luck, and you hope that luck is with you now. Actually, it's a matter of dying over and over again and coming back to the spot. Walking slowly through the dusty, dry tunnel, which curves to the left and then seems to continue in an endless straight line to the north, you begin to have your doubts. Yes, Drew, giant snake, trust me. The tunnel is silent except for the tap of your boots on the hard dirt. Does it lead anywhere? You walk for several days, resting for a while, sleeping very lightly in this dark, unfriendly place. The tunnel begins to curve, and you wonder if you are walking around in circles, trapped in here forever. Then you see a doorway several yards up ahead. A doorway? That's exciting. That must mean something. Your heart practically leaps out of your chest as you pull open the ancient door and look beyond it. Standing in the middle of a small chamber is the treasure chest you seek. The lid to the chest is open, and the priceless treasure glows brightly inside it. If we were in class, you would get 200 points for making it here. But it's not over. I think it'll be over soon, but it's not over. Your eyes are frozen on the glowing treasure for several seconds. When you finally look away, you see that the treasure is guarded by a gigantic serpent. The serpent arches up, then hisses at you, bearing enormous, venomous fangs. Told ya. Oh, good choices. Oh, Andrew's here. Andrew, we died once without you. So I said gigantic serpent. That's the snake. No, it's okay. We went back. FYI, Andrew, middle tunnel was wrong and left tunnel was wrong. Right tunnel was right. So now we have entered a chamber with a treasure chest. You take a few steps toward the magnificent treasure, the treasure you have traveled so far to win. The serpent raises itself up until it is several feet above your head. It prepares to attack. And you have three choices. Three choices. You can shoot it with your laser blaster. You can toss the starfish creature at it. Starfish creature is still in your supply pack. Or try to run under the serpent and get to the treasure. So, choices. Andrew's gonna tell us what to do. Andrew's gonna tell us what to do. Shoot it, toss the starfish, or run underneath. We did. We have yeeted a couple of things. Starfish, starfish, starfish. I've got one vote for gun. Lots of starfish. Sorry. Looks like starfish. We're going with starfish. All right. Sounds like a disaster to me, but democracy and whatnot. Most of you said starfish. We're doing that. And here I thought we'd be finished with the book in 5 minutes. What was I thinking? I underestimated. You toss the starfish creature at the serpent and make a dash to the treasure chest. The serpent swallows the starfish creature as an appetizer. Then you quickly become the main course. So you died. Good thing it's not 3 strikes you're out today, huh? All right, so back to our choices. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's a starfish. What do you think it's going to do to a giant snake? Like a whole lot of nothing, that's what. So we can shoot it or try to run under it. I see blaster. Harrison wants to use a blaster. Anybody else? Run under it or blast it? I got another one for shoot it. Looks like that might be our popular choice. We're really close to it, Carson, so like aim shouldn't be a problem. I see mostly blaster, so we're gonna try that. I think we're gonna have to come back and try again, but let's just see what happens. You raise the blaster and fire it. Nothing happens. You fire it again. Nothing. The blaster seems to be broken. But the warranty isn't even up on this thing, you cry angrily, smashing it against the wall. The serpent waits for you to calm down a bit. Then it swallows you whole. The blaster goes off about 5 minutes later. You'll be happy to learn it was only temporarily jammed. But it's too late because you're dead because giant serpent ate you. So, all right, that's a whole lot of dying in not many minutes. We only been in here 13 minutes. Okay. So yeah, obviously we're gonna run under it. And if this doesn't work, then I don't know what to tell you people. So let's try that. It's an off-brand blaster. Gathering all of your courage, you dash forward in an attempt to run right past the serpent. But the serpent is faster than you are. Its gigantic head swoops down. Its fangs grip your right arm. The serpent bites deeply, its deadly venom pouring into your arm. Well, it's all right. Here we go. Your head swims. You feel faint. You wait to die. But it is the serpent that dies. Its fangs drop away from your arm and the hideous creature collapses to the floor. You cry out in shock. You do not believe what you see. After a few seconds, you realize that you feel fine. How did this happen? For the answer, you must think back to where your journey began. As you set out, you picked up a Harkian glamp, which attached itself to your arm and bit deeply. It seemed a disaster at the time. You had no way of knowing that the glamp's bite would be the key to your triumph. I'm explaining how. The glamp's bite filled you with a serum that is deadly to serpents and an antidote to the serpent's venom. So that thing that was sucking your blood away for so long in the beginning actually helped you. If you hadn't been bitten by the glamp, you would never have survived the serpent's bite, and you would never have found the treasure that you now claim. For you, Wanderer, the game is now over. You have discovered the one path through the Badlands of Hark and have won its glowing treasure. May all of your future quests be just as successful. Yay! Woohoo! You won! He only died a few times, but yeah. So that's how it ends. You had to be bitten by the glamp at the beginning so you could survive the snake bite at the end. You could actually be bitten by the glamp, and more like it gave you a vaccine. Let's go with vaccine. Andrew, calm down. Yay! That's it. All right, so here's the deal. There's another book for stories with the audio version if you want to read along to those next week on Classroom as well. Technically, we're not e-learning yet, so there's nothing that you have to do. I don't think the treasure is going to explode, Drew. That's not a trick. Like, we really won. So you can take your gold and your rubies and your gems and head on off. And there's a sequel to this book, but I don't have it. And it turns out because you found the treasure, the king of some part of the planet really likes you and wants you to marry his daughter, but she gets kidnapped by these lizard aliens. And so that book, you're trying to get the princess back and fight the lizard aliens. If I can get that one, it's in Mr. Carpenter's classroom. But if I can get to it, I'll read that one too. So, yep, vaccine, that's it. Well, this is a short one, but you did it, and now you know how it ends, and hopefully that's very satisfying. So, I think I'm also going to try and set up some back channels next week so you guys can do what you're doing now and just have a chance to interact with each other in a safe online space where there's no profanity and whatnot. So if anybody talks to Caroline, tell her we missed her and say hi and be safe and go out in nature because it's pretty outside. Humperdinck is behind everything evil. Ooh, I'm also going to post a video where I explain why the end of the book is the emotional turmoil that it is. But I'll give you no, you're not yelling. I'll give you a little preview since you're here, kids. There's no such person as S. Morgenstern. And William Goldman does not and never did have a wife named Helen, nor did he have a son named Jason. None of that was true. Nothing in the book at all was true at all. It was fiction. Okay, well, I'll post a more detailed video about that next week. It was really neat for you all to be here.